Hey everybody, it's Eternal Beta. Welcome back to the RAC Pack Modded Minecraft server. Happy to say that I got my, I was gonna hit F3 there to show you the frames, but not gonna do that. But yeah, luckily I was able to get my computer issues sorted out. Won't really go into it too much, but it ended up being my CPU fan that was affecting my performance. But as you can see, much smoother this time, and I can actually record an episode, and I can show you guys what I've been doing. I'm currently standing at the top of the cobble stairs that you guys saw in the background in the last episode. But in case any of the other people on the server are watching, because I haven't been that active, I kind of think I should give them a little hint. There's your hint, guys. Have fun with that one. So, anyway, this episode is probably just going to be a bit of an update episode. So, kind of world tour style. We're not really going to work on anything this episode. I want to show you guys what I've been up to and talk to you about what I'm planning. So we can come down here. You guys remember last time it was just a stone box. Well, I've done a little bit of work, so you can see what I've got going on here. Yeah, so, and when I say a little bit of work, I mean a lot of work. There was no cave here whatsoever, so I dug all this out by hand, and it was a pain in the butt. But what are you gonna do? When you get an idea in your head, you get an idea in your head, and I just kind of went with it. Now, don't think that this is in any way the size the base is going to be. I plan on having lots and lots of these little rooms. So what this is just Tinker's blah, 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 blah. This is Tinker's Construct white stained glass. You can see I've been making it over here. I got about 30 blocks left in here. These little rooms, these pods or whatever they are 13 by 13 on the outside. So that means that on the inside they're 11 by 11. It's a lot of room. I threw my Tinker's Construct smeltery in here, and I kind of based the room size off of this. Because this, even with these here, I still have 2 blocks to walk by on the outside, which is plenty of room. 1 block would have been a little bit tight, so I decided against that. I've got my little ex nihilo crucibles here set up for infinite lava. And there's my fuel for the lava right there. Kind of threw the furnaces up in the wall. I had the furnaces, just kind of here thrown up just for, just for when I first came down here. But I kind of feel like they should be in this room because this is where the smeltery is. So I apologize, guys. I'm waving my cursor around way too much. So I apologize if you're getting nauseous watching this. It's been a little while. It's been over a week since I've recorded anything. So I decided to put the furnaces here. Probably going to add a few more. Just to, this is my smelting room, whether it be Tinker's Construct or vanilla. I'm sure I'll put a chest or something in here with, probably with some... Now, you know what? I didn't even think about the fact that I can just grab a bucket, get some lava, and then actually put this directly in here. I think I have some cobble in here somewhere. Aha. And lava bucket. There we go. I didn't even think about doing that. You see, you start actually explaining what's going on and new ideas just pop into your head. So I would say this is the only room of the 4 that I have that's finished. These other ones, you can see that one's empty. I can't believe I actually just punched to show you something. I haven't done that in so long. But that one's empty. I think I'm going to make that my storage room. This, I just have a temporary farm here, and over here I have some what are these, the pneumatic craft plants. These are the rain plants. The rain plants you can get lapis from, and the reason I need that is if you look at the ceiling, these are temple blocks. Now temple blocks are some of the blocks that are added by the chisel, and the way you make these, I would make them, but I do not have any lapis right now, I don't believe. So the way you make them is you surround a piece of lapis with smooth stone, and it gives you 8 of these blocks. So not difficult to make, but kind of resource intensive. But with these pneumatic craft plants, it should allow me to get pretty much infinite amounts of lapis eventually. This is just a small starter farm. I actually plan on maybe having one of these rooms for each type of these plants. So that's a lot of rooms. So you can start to get an idea of how large I want this base to be. The other problem and I seem to run into this problem a lot, is not only is this expensive, oh, I'm also going to use these inverted blue lamps from Project Red. I love these things. They're a little on the expensive side. They kind of rely on glowstone. So that shouldn't be too difficult. It's probably going to be more difficult to get the lapis for all the blocks. I'm using it for the ceiling as well as the walls, as you can see here. And if you look down, you're probably wondering, what in the world is this blue brick? Now, this is actually nether brick. So I went to the nether and started chopping out. Luckily, going into the nether by where a lot of us came out, I actually went into Apex's portal. So his portal came out right next to another fortress. So I went to basically like one of the legs of the fortress and just chopped out a bunch of stuff. But seeing as that I'm going to use this for the entire floor, I'm probably going to spend a lot of time getting supplies. As with the stained glass, not that terrible. I think there's a desert biome not too far from here, which I'm probably going to end up using. I don't know. I can either use that and strip it and get a bunch of glass and make that. It's just a little time consuming. Or speaking of time consuming, I can also use ex nihilo and use a hammer on cobble, and then use the hammer on to get gravel, and then use the hammer on gravel and get sand, and then throw that in here. Haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Probably going to just end up destroying a desert somewhere. And yeah, this base, like I said, I want to have one of these rooms for every single one of the plants, as well as pretty much every mod. Maybe give like every mod dedicated room to it. The exception is of course going to be Tinker's Construct, because I have my smeltery in here, and I'm going to, I think, set up all the crafting stuff in here along with something else. I'm not sure. The farm's not staying there. The farm's probably going to go in that direction because, like I said, this is, you know what, this room might stay here as well, but it probably won't, because I feel like the opening rooms here should kind of be something important. If you guys have noticed, the Tinker's Construct glass kind of has a weird effect. If you look through it at other things that are glass, they kind of disappear. So you can't see anything here. It doesn't always work as intended. These little drying racks disappear. I guess it's kind of makes sense because it's in the same mod pack. The funny one though is the smeltery. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa. That was kind of creepy the first time. That's, I think, one of the things that gave me the inspiration was kind of looking through here. And once all these rooms are filled up, it's going to look really great. Like you're going to be able to just look all the way down and just see nothing but the stuff that's inside. So I'm pretty excited about this base. I kind of drew inspiration from a few different locations, but it's going to be a lot of work. It definitely is going to be a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it. So that's kind of it for here for now. Like I said, I don't have that much done here. It did take me a while to do this, but this is as much as I have done. Like I said, I think I'm going to put my storage room in here. I'm not going to do anything fancy this time. I don't believe, because I think there's just way too much stuff to store. So I'm probably just going to end up doing like iron chests or gold chests or something like that. Probably eventually diamond chests, so I can just store everything. But like I said, that's it for this. We're going to take a run over to the arena. Now, you guys remember a couple episodes ago, Apex and I worked on the very, very startings of the arena, and he's been doing a lot more work on it than I have. I apologize, Apex, for that. Kind of been distracted by other things, but I did manage to do some work. We've gotten a lot done. He's also changed the outside octagon. He's shifted it so that we have flat sides instead of curved sides. So I'm going to take a run over there, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. All right, guys, we are back at the arena, and wow, Apex has been busy. Now, if you remember, like I said, he rotated it so that we have straight sides now. It's probably a lot better that way. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's probably a lot better that way. So, anyway, let's take a look at what he's been doing. Oh man, this place is starting to look great. So we decided on having a kind of a double decker design to the stand. So the first layer of stands is going to be here, and the second layer is going to be there, and then we'll end up doing something on the outside here. Oh, it's going to look real cool once we're done. It's going to look real cool. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna look real cool. So he's using this marble for the seats, which is probably why it's not done yet, because as I mentioned before, using expensive blocks, it takes a long time. So let's come down here. Yeah, and these are looking really good. We're kind of getting a feel for just how it's going to look. I think once we get the bowl finished, or should I say once Apex gets the bowl finished, because let's be honest, I'm lazy and he's putting in all the work on this one. It's probably going to look really epic. And then we can start on the upper deck. And then now that we have the thing rotated, I'm probably going to see if I can work out some designs for the outside, because we need something that looks really good. We still need some ways to get in here, so probably some pathways that are going to cut through the stands. Now, the one thing I did do is, if we come down here, is I decided on blocks for these walls. Now, we originally just had we just had regular cobblestone in the same pattern as this, or should I say the same chisel design as this, but I decided to go with limestone instead. You guys can see this is limestone, just two variations, kind of a broken up version of this to give it some wear, and I decided to go with that over the just the plain cobble color, because we're going to fill this entire bottom part with sand here, and I think the colors go better together. Like the walls kind of show the wear of, I'm sorry if I'm moving my cursor back and forth again, but the walls kind of show the wear of, you know, being around sand all the time. They've probably been kind of, you know, I don't know what the opposite of whitewashed is, but kind of, you guys get the idea. They've kind of been sand blasted over time, and I think it's gonna look really good once we have this whole area filled in with sand. And so this is how deep it's gonna be. I decided to go with this to give the stands kind of a, you know, you'll be able to see the whole thing from. Oh wow, excuse me. Not like me to be burping on camera, but you'll be able to see the whole place from even the front row. So if I come here, you have a nice view of the entire arena. And yeah, if you get up here, oh, this is really looking good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Still a ton of work to do here. I'm sure we're going to be working on this for months, but I can't wait till it's done so we can have some, you know, semi-civil resolutions to some disputes. Or, you know, just merciless killing. There's always that too. But yeah, I'm really liking how this is turning out. I'm going to try and get on here more often to help Apex out, so he's not just a one-man show on this. But yeah, I'm really liking how this is coming out. Man, if you guys only knew, I know we discussed it, but if you guys only knew how long it took us to flatten this area just to build this back up, it was ridiculous. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Sorry if it's a little shorter one again. Like I said, I just wanted to catch you up on what I've been doing, what I've been up to. Get down here to this bed. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, yeah. That's pro skills right there. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to catch you guys up on what I've been up to. Hopefully next week I will have something a little more entertaining to do instead of just walking around and talking, showing you guys stuff. But thank you always for joining me. Leave me a like if you enjoyed the episode. Subscribe if you have not already. And as always, spread the word. And until next week, I'll see you guys later.